Thank you so much for taking the time to do this call.
Not a problem.
This is like one of my favorite things I get to do. And I'm guessing that you got a DealMachine deal, right? And you wanted to talk about it.
Correct.
I can't wait to hear about it. But first, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from and what type of real estate investing are you doing?
Okay. Council Glenn, Greensboro, North Carolina. Right now, my method for real estate investing is just wholesaling. I'm just trying to build capital to eventually do buy and holds. I really want to do multifamily. So I'm just doing wholesaling right now.
That's awesome. Wholesaling is legit.
Yes, sir.
You can build a lot of cash doing wholesaling. I just love it how big some wholesaling companies can get and they still don't do buy and holds. Yeah,
that's very true. I'm realizing that the more I learn, and I just like multifamily better. It just makes more sense. But
yeah,
I know some people that have a ton of single families and it works for them. But
yeah, absolutely. Well, let's hear about how you're doing your wholesaling.
Okay.
How long have you been wholesaling?
Since December.
Okay, so about, let's see, it's September now, so about 9 months.
Yep.
Okay. And what brought you to wholesaling? Why did you want to get into it?
Just wanted to get into real estate and saw a couple of things on YouTube about wholesaling. I heard of it in times past, never did anything with it. And it was a simple enough strategy, and concept that I could understand and execute. So yeah, I gave it a shot and it worked.
Oh, that's awesome. What did you do? How did you do your first deal?
First deal actually came from a person I knew. They had a piece of land that they owned for years and just been paying taxes on it.
Okay.
And I let him know what I was doing. He said, "Hey, if you can sell this land, you can keep 50% of whatever you sell it for."
Wow.
So I sold it for
pretty legit.
Yeah. So once I got that first one done, that was the motivation right there.
Yeah.
Because I did it from beginning to end. I knew the process and it was pretty simple.
And then what did you do next? Like what did you do with that money that you earned wholesaling that property?
Did DealMachine and went driving for dollars and skip traced my first list with that.
Okay. Why did you do that? Why did you decide to use DealMachine instead of something else?
Oh man, it was really simple. There's an app that you can, it tracks where you're going, pulls up the property information, you can save it, snap a picture. I did stuff when I started, I did send the postcards.
Yeah.
Perfect way to get in contact with the owners.
Yep.
Then it also allows you to come back, download the list and send it off to get skip trace where you can, cold call.
Well, what I meant was, why did you pick driving for dollars as a lead source?
Oh man.
Instead of another method?
Sweat equity. It took the least amount of money and just effort. So, and it's something that I could do without sinking my whole first deal into, buying a list or doing something else.
Yeah.
It was just the easiest concept and the one that made the most sense to me. To this day, I still haven't bought a list. Driving for dollars is the only thing I do as of now. As far as trying to get in properties. It just makes the most sense.
Now, do you have people that actually drive for you? Or are you doing it all yourself?
No, I do. I have, well, I'm looking at the board. Technically, I have 4 drivers, but 2 are really active.
Can you show us your board real quick?
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's awesome.
These are my drivers. It's prospective drivers.
Uh-huh.
This is what we had on the contract, and that's the one we closed with DealMachine.
Awesome. Yeah. What was the story with that one? Now, can you remember what you noticed about that property?
Oh, exactly. It was the first day I was training my second driver and showing him the concept of driving for dollars. So he was in the passenger seat, I was in the driver's seat. I took him to a neighborhood close to the office, and we started driving for dollars. So we found a few properties that had some signs on the doors, some that looked like they needed work. And this particular one was a condemned property, bright yellow sign. We stopped, snapped a picture of it, added to DealMachine. But it was literally maybe 8 minutes from the office, and I was just so confident in driving for dollars. I said, "We pick anywhere you want to go, and we'll find some deals." And that's literally what we did.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then what happened next? You cold called them, right? You yourself?
Yep.
Okay.
So I took the picture, downloaded the list from DealMachine, skip trace the list, and I cold called him. I actually got in contact with his brother, who gave me his number. We had a couple appointments set. He's an older gentleman, so he forgot a few of them. Met him at the property, took some pictures and video. He told me what he owed on and what he was looking to get. We talked him down a little bit to make the numbers work and got it under contract. And we closed in about, I think it was like 28 days from the time we signed to the time we closed.
That's not bad.
No, not at all.
Why was he selling it?
Well, it was a condemned property. He was getting fines from the city. He was 70 years old, retired. It was literally a 10-bedroom, 5-bathroom house.
Yeah.
It was pretty huge. A lot of work needed to be done.
Yeah.
He had rented it out as like a, like maybe a group home in years past, but I mean, it had been vacant and not producing income for a long time. He still had a mortgage on it. So he wasn't really up for doing the work necessary to get it back. So he was willing to let it go, provided we take care of the mortgage, which the numbers worked that we were able to.
Wow. Okay. And how did you find a buyer for that property?
I actually JV with another wholesaler. So
right.
I called a guy that's been doing a lot of things here in the market. And we put it on, blasted it to his buyers, and one came up, put the EMD down, and we sold it. So we had it in the contract with the seller for 73 and we sold it for 84.
Okay. 73.84. That's $11,000.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome. So did you just split that with your JV partner?
That's correct.
50-50?
That's correct.
That's great. 50% of something's better than nothing, right?
All day long.
That's fantastic.
It was such a unique home that I knew it would take a unique buyer, and his list was way larger than mine. So
yeah,
I was happy to JV and get a slice of the pie better than no pie. So
100%.
Yes,
That's
sir.
great. That's great. All right. So now what are you doing with the proceeds from that? Are you doing any more types of marketing?
The only other thing I want to do is find more drivers,
Okay.
or something you guys just launched maybe yesterday or the day before, where you can kind of virtually drive, if that makes sense, and add the pictures. So that's something I want to take a look more into. I'm really just trying to keep it simple and not overcomplicate things, and because I do the cold calling myself, so I try to get about 200-300 calls in a day. So I'm cool with what we got going and just ramping it up a little bit more, trying to get, add, because we try to do about 250 a week properties we add in DealMachine. So maybe bump that number up a little bit and just keep the same system, man. I don't want to add anything right now.
Totally understand. I think that's smart too, because you just got some deals and it's working.
Yep.
Right? You just can keep doing what you've been doing.
Yep. And it's funny because I have an appointment at 12 today.
Okay.
On the way to the bank to get my driver, his check.
Yeah.
I found another property was for sale by owner and called him, set the appointment today. But on the way, just driving, on the way to the bank, found another one. So this one looks very promising too. So hopefully we can get this one under contract. And I have a buyer in mind already if we can get the numbers right.
All right. Feel free to get it. It might be a seller.
No, I know it's not.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Sorry about that.
Hey, it's no problem at all. Well, I mean, we want to give you some DealMachine swag. We want to celebrate a little bit with you. And I'm curious if there's anything you really learned that you'd want to pass on to somebody listening to this.
It's being consistent, because driving for dollars, it's not mundane per se. You get to see what's out there. The second thing that I learned is even when you call, like the first 3 numbers weren't right, but the next of kin worked for me. I called his brother. He gave me the number. I called the seller. He set an appointment, didn't show. I called him back. We set 3 appointments before we finally met. I built rapport with him and his wife and his son. So it took maybe 2 or 3 weeks before we actually got it on the contract. But during that 2 or 3 weeks, I probably talked to him 7 or 8 times.
Okay.
Once we finally
7 or 8 times, man, that's huge. How many people give up after the first?
Yeah, exactly. The numbers were really close, so I felt good if I built the rapport that I can, get where we needed to be.
Right.
So, and we made it work. You know, we solved his issue, got rid of a property that was, you know, causing him a lot of money and time trying to repair and pay people to help him. And then, you know, we got his mortgage paid off and got a bill out of, you know, his hand that he was paying every month. Him and his wife are older. He was happy. He was happy. He walked away with a check and a free, you know, no more mortgage. So
yeah,
it was a win-win for everyone.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. That's great to hear.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for sharing that, man. And I don't want to cut you off, but I figured if you got an appointment to go to, I don't want to hold you back.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
If there's anything else you want to share, let me know. And if you do your next deal, I want to hear about it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely will.
Okay, cool. I'm going to text you and send you a link to our swag store to pick out a free hat. You can ship it to yourself or whatever else you want on the store, but the hats are really popular.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks, Council. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Dave.
Absolutely. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.